Hey, what's up? I love Kidmin Facebook community podcast listeners. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in to my daily coffee chat with Ryan Frank. Hope that you had a wonderful weekend. It is Monday, and I have enjoyed following all of your Facebook posts over the weekend in the I Love Kidmin community. Thank you so much for being a part of this group. Hey, if you haven't been to I Love Kidmin lately, you need to jump over there. You'll see at the top of the I Love Kidmin Facebook group, 5 Christmas must-haves. There are 5 resources that will help you in your children's ministry as you are approaching Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays. Has anyone used the Dig In curriculum from group? If so, what are your thoughts? Ruby would love to know. Ashley just posted this 5 minutes ago. Anyone have any great outreach ideas? Now jump in there. I would also encourage Ashley and all of you to take a few minutes and remember one of the most powerful parts of the Facebook group is the search this group feature. So Ashley, if you go in there and type outreach ideas, you'll find a lot of great ideas there. But thanks for posting that. What can you thank God for today? 46 of you have commented in on what you can thank God for. Jeff McCall says, health, provision, opportunity to serve my neighbors and share the love of God today. Alton, that God has chosen to use me as a leader for kids ministry. What can you thank God for today? Shelley, everything. Salvation because of Jesus, guidance by the Holy Spirit, and the calling because of God. Great reminders. Anna, do any of you have a devotional that is specific to parents and stepchildren that they could do together? Great question. Anna, there's a great, I don't know this specifically for parents and stepchildren, but Beth and London are doing a conversation kit from Jim's Girls Club, GEMS. I think it's called Loved. It's a great resource from Jim's Girls Club that would definitely be, it's a great way for moms and their daughters to get to know each other better. So you might find something that's not necessarily for stepchildren, but it would be effective nonetheless. Anna, if you reach out to me, I will make sure to send you a link. We'll put a link in the show notes to that conversation kit. Allison, an hour ago, let's talk about parenting classes. Have you offered them at your church? If so, to use a curriculum or you put things together based on the needs of your church. Good feedback. Thank you all for posting those. Yesterday, Jacob said, not sure if it was because a lot of people were out hunting or people have the post-election blues, but it sure felt like it was a national skip church day today. 38 comments. Someone said COVID is also getting worse with a frown emoji. Hey, let's all look at all these conversations. Sarah Morris this morning took a picture of Psalm 71:18. This verse stood out to me this morning. Let encourage you that next gen ministry is not a new crazy idea thing. And it was on the heart of the man after God's own heart, Psalm 71:8 or 71:18. Says, even when I'm old and gray, do not forsake me, God, till I declare your power to the next generation, your mighty acts to all who are to come. David was committed to telling the next generation about God's power, and he prayed for God to keep him for this purpose. Thank you so much for being a part of Kids Matters I Love Kidmin community. The community is great because people like you make it great. Right on the verge of 25,000 members in the Kids Matter I Love Kidmin Facebook community. Hey, speaking of Kids Matter, the next issue of Kids Matter magazine will go to print this week. Now's the time to get subscribed. If you're not subscribed to Kids Matter magazine, why not? Now's a great time to get subscribed. Here's what you need to do. You need to get on your computer or on your phone and go to kidsmatter.com. When you go to kidsmatter.com, there's a button at the top right there that says magazine. If you subscribe this week, we will make sure that you get the next issue of the magazine. It is our winter issue. It is our VBS issue. It's one of our most favorite issues from our subscribers of the year. Kids Matter magazine is a must-have, go-to resource for people who are working with kids and families in the church. And if you want to get the winter issue, the VBS issue, now's the time to get subscribed. Go to kidsmatter.com. You know, there's a lot of conversations, especially over the weekend, around election results and a new day. And as I was thinking about what to share with you on the coffee chat today, I thought about this. Is today going to be just one more day? Is it going to be one day or day one? Now, there were conversations around day one as there have been talks around our new president-elect and vice president-elect. And day one, it's a new day for our country. I want you to think about this for you. What would it take for today to be a day one for you? And not just one day, not just another day. One of the most valuable things that you and I are given every day is time. We each have 24 hours in a day. We each are given this gift of time in which we are entrusted to steward that time. I'm going to tell you something. There is something that would love to steal your time. Now, there are a lot of things that would love to steal your time. I'm going to tell you one of the greatest things that can steal your time and that will keep today just being another day instead of a new day, instead of day one. That one big thing that loves to steal our time starts with the letter P, and it is procrastination. Procrastination. Now, here's the thing about procrastination. Procrastination comes in many disguises, and it disguises itself very well. Procrastination is not just, oh, I'll put this off till tomorrow. Now, that is procrastination in full disclosure, right? I'm not going to do this today. I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'll put this off till next week or next month. Procrastination often disguises itself like this. Well, something else is more important. Or, you know what, I've got too much on my plate. I've got too many plates spinning. I've got too many things on my to-do list. Another disguise, I'm super busy. And what happens is we procrastinate, we put things off, and then we end up with these monkeys that are hanging on our neck. You ever felt like you have 20 monkeys hanging on your neck? Or even 2 monkeys for that matter. And it's like, man, how do I get rid of these monkeys? And how do I experience some freedom so that I can focus on the things that I really need to do and that I want to do? To do that, you've got to beat procrastination. You've got to stop procrastinating, and you just got to choose to get things done. Sometimes we procrastinate because we feel like we just don't have enough time. And you know what? I've got all these important things. I've got all these maybe not so important things to me, but they're there, and I don't have time, so I'm putting this off, putting it off. And we procrastinate because we don't feel like we have the time to do what needs to be done. The truth is that procrastination actually steals your time. It's actually something that is a thief of your time. And we all know that as children's ministry leaders. You know that, I know that. I don't think there's anybody here that is having a mic drop light bulb moment. You've never thought about procrastinating is actually costing you more time over the long haul. Yet, we all do it. We procrastinate. We put off things that we know we should be doing today. All right, so what do I do? And various reasons why. We won't get into that. I would rather spend our last few minutes here talking about what to do about it. What do I do instead of procrastinating? If I don't want to just have one more day, but I want to have a day one, if I really want to be able to focus on some things that are important to me, if I really want to focus on some things that only I can do, that are going to really help me feel better and are going to move my ministry forward, are going to bring more satisfaction to my job, well, you need to start doing what I call, or actually Mark Twain called, I called it in my last book, eat the frog first. Here's what eat the frog first means. You've heard me talk about this if you have listened to much of my stuff, or you've listened to many of my podcasts or these coffee chats. Mark Twain, a long time ago, said if you eat a live frog first thing every day, nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. And he was exactly right. What could be worse than eating a live frog? Well, when you think about procrastinating and getting things done, when I tell you to eat a frog first, that means you do the most difficult tasks first. And that's why I titled my last book, Eat the Frog First. Because when you think about getting things done, you might be tempted every day to do first what you want to do, or what is easiest to do, or what's most enjoyable to do. But what happens when you do that is you put those undesirable tasks last. And then when it's finally time to roll around to do them, you don't have the brain width for it, the energy for it. You're not in the mood to do it. You need to eat the frogs first. First thing every day. Listen, today, there are things I would like to do. I started a project over the weekend. And there is nothing that I would like to do more than jump back into that project this morning. But I'm not letting myself do that. Okay. I'm making myself do the important things that I need to do first. And then if I have time later, I'll reward myself by allowing myself to work on that project that I started on over the weekend. When you eat the frog first, here's what you do. You do those undesirable tasks, but important tasks first. The things that you might typically procrastinate on, you do them first thing. And then guess what? You don't have monkeys hanging around your neck because you do those undesirable tasks, those difficult tasks first. And what will happen is if you start doing that every day, you build that habit into your life. This is why I encourage leaders to use my productivity playbook that you can get at kidsmatter.com. Go to kidsmatter.com, go push shop, go to the leadership category. You're going to see my reproducible productivity playbook, because every day you choose, what are my priorities for the day? What are the most important things I want to do? Why? Because I don't want to be a procrastinator. Okay. I don't want to be a procrastinator. I want to choose that I'm going to do the most important things first. I'm going to get organized around that. And then I reward myself later by doing those fun, easier things. Don't start your day by getting on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok and all the places you might be tempted to go, eBay or wherever you find that you spend time online. Instead, do the important jobs first and then reward yourself with that other stuff. Don't procrastinate. Some of you, what you need to do instead of just eating the frog first, you just need to start. There's been something you've needed to do, and it's time to start. Just start. Just start. Some of you have wanted to start a side hustle. Just start. Some of you have known that you need to start drinking more water. Just start. Some of you have needed to schedule that meeting, but you haven't done it. Just start. Get the meeting scheduled, right? Some of you have needed to organize those resources. Just start. Get them done. What I have found is that often the most difficult part in getting something done is just starting, taking that first step or two, and then things get a lot easier. Friends, I don't want this to just be another day for you. I don't want it to be one more day. I want it to be day one. One of the best ways to start with a day one with new energy, new excitement, new passion going into a day is to stop procrastinating. Get the difficult things done. It'll add energy to your day, and you'll find yourself being much, much more productive. Now, as I wrap up our coffee chat today, thanks for tuning in. Let me remind you that we've got a lot of great podcasts and the podcast is growing. The Kids Matter Podcast Network. If you've not checked out the Kids Matter Podcast Network, go to kidsmatter.com. You're going to find the Ryan Frank podcast, the Kids Matter podcast, the Kidmin Huddle with Amber Pike, the Leadership Recharge with Jack Henry, and we are growing the podcast network. Go check out those podcasts. Those podcasts will help you through your week. And if you're not subscribed to Kids Matter Magazine, get subscribed. It's a great time to get subscribed this week as we wrap up our VBS issue, our winter issue of Kids Matter Magazine. Thanks for tuning in today, friend.